We went to the Brocante this afternoon, ostensibly to look for a frame for a really lovely painting that Mark has done. I'm going to go and fetch it. Isn't that amazing? We didn't find a frame. I sort of thought we probably wouldn't find a frame. And we'll go to Leroy Merlin next week and find a nice frame, because that deserves a nice frame. I just think it's amazing. I also have been not really consciously, but unconsciously intrigued by watching. We watched The Repair Shop and watching Steve take clocks apart and clean them, and in his chip fryer. No, I'm kidding, but it looks like a chip fryer. Cleaning them, mending them, putting them back together, and I just started to love the inside of clocks, and so I thought, well, I'll go to the Brocante, see if he's got any old clocks with movements in, and that I can buy. So we had a bit of a wander around, and there were a couple of clocks on the wall, but because they were up on there, it was so packed in there. If you look at the vlog that I did some time back, you'll see it. And I thought, well, hopefully he will have cleared that by now, but it's worse. Honestly, it's really difficult to get around in there. Anyway, there were a few clocks on the wall. None of them sort of sung out to me. But actually I was interested in what was inside, and wouldn't have been able to reach and have a look without him having to get them down. And then we walked around, and then there was another one, but when I finally said to him, can I have a look at it, and got it on the table and took the back off, it was electric. One that plugged into, had a battery, wasn't connected to a battery, but would have been. And so I told him what I was looking for, that I wanted the movement, and thinking about repairing the movement. And he took me into the next room, where I nearly fell over because it's on 2 levels. Oh God, it's just impossible. And pulled a box out from under a table, and inside the box was this, and another one which I've got or have had. I put it in Coke. I had a look online to see what can I clean a clock brass clock movement with, and it didn't say Coke, but I thought, well, really what I'm looking at is just getting them clean and playing with them. But this one actually was going earlier, and that was going, and the cogs were moving. Can you see this cog here is actually moving? So I haven't really done anything with that one. And as I say, I've had one of them in Coke. I'm not really sure. I'll have a look at that properly again tomorrow. I'm having a bit of fight with Mark, because this is up his street really, and he's the one with watchmaker's tools, and he said, he started to show an interest in this, and I went, no, it's mine. You can't have it. You can't touch it. But I'm going to need to borrow his watchmaker's tools. Well, I'm not talking to you. His watchmaker's tools, and if I want to take it apart, which I probably will do that one. I can see how I'm going to do that. But the other thing I got was this. Which is, I think it's for outdoors, because I think this is for a plant. But I've been looking at, stuff that comes up on Facebook of ceramic houses, tiny houses, ceramic houses, and they're really pretty, and I really like them. They're much smaller than that, and they're are very expensive. And I thought, oh, actually, that's really lovely. I like that. And Mark's horrified, because I have said that I'm dry. It's sitting out here in the hallway where there's not a lot of heat, because I'm letting it, because it was outdoors. It was sitting outside, but there's a little bit of paint on it here where the flowers are, and maybe these shutters have been painted, but I think I might do some painting. And Mark went, no, and I went, yeah, it's mine. If I want to paint it, he said, well, I could paint it. And I went, and so could I. Because it's always him that does stuff like that. He doesn't think I can. And I will. Like there's washing on the line that needs a little bit. But I'll be very careful. It will be very watered down paint. So it's just a wash, not paint. Oh, I've got all dirty now. So yeah, that's sitting outside here drying. I've got a pussycat sitting down here because it's 10 o'clock and she thinks if I'm out here or if I'm moving around, surely it's time for a bit of wet food, Mum, before you go to bed. But it isn't. Um, and the reason for the vlog is none of that. The reason for the vlog is I've just been watching on YouTube some more recent A New Life in the Sun, or a house in the home in the sun, or a place in the sun. And the couple that are currently looking for a place in the sun talked about family coming over, and they'd want a house where they can put their family, have bedrooms for their family. And I thought, we all do that. We all come over and spend more money maybe than we need to make sure the house is big enough for our visitors. Which in the first year that we were here, which is 2000 and, well, in the first, well, 2016 we were full. We moved here in November no, not 16, November 2006. And just before Christmas, my family were here, my daughter, my son, his partner then, and my two grandsons. So we were full. No, it wasn't his partner then. It's his first wife. So we were full that Christmas, and the following year we had quite a few visitors, and then it started to die off, and probably by year 3, I think probably would have a house full, maybe once a year, and we'd have a couple of other visitors, and obviously more recently with COVID, we haven't had any visitors, but it had whittled down to one couple, friends of ours who've been pretty reliable at coming. But otherwise, we have an empty upstairs apart from our bedroom and our bathroom. We have 2 reasonable sized bedrooms that aren't used. We do use all of the downstairs, and that's the problem. Is like we do like to, the space that we have down here, but it's really not a great thing to do, is to spend all your money based on housing your guests. There must be other ways that you can do that, but it just reminded me that that's what we do. You go and buy somewhere abroad, and you make sure all your guests are comfortable, and they have been comfortable here. I'm sitting out in the hallway, and I'm under the stairs, and I'm going to fall over now. There's a window opposite me, and we can get we put in under the stairs here a futon, closed, so that it was just a single sleeping area. And I had some friends come over. The Scrabble girls came over. We'd all met playing Scrabble online, and 3 of them came over to visit, having never met me. And we talked about it afterwards, and talked about how they, were they coming to were they gonna get killed? Was I a murderer? Who was I? So they came and visited, and Maria ended up on the bed down here under the stairs, and we've got a screen that we could give her a bit of privacy, but she loved it. But the only thing for Maria was that this window here, she had to have the shutters closed in case the cows looked in. This window is 1.5 meters off the ground, and we don't have any cows. It's just really funny, but she loved it in this bit under the stairs. So she was under the stairs, and then we had Jill and Claire upstairs in separate bedrooms, and Mark and I in our bedroom. And it was really lovely. But that doesn't happen anymore. As time's gone on, I suppose the pull to travel has gone, and then COVID has come, and people are doing other stuff, and and we have bedrooms upstairs that aren't used, and they will be used in May. My family are coming with, Phil's coming with Becky and my granddaughter, and maybe or maybe not my grandson. He was 16 just after we left in October, and he may decide he doesn't want to come, which will be a shame, but I can also understand why he wouldn't want to come. So it might just be Phil, Becky, and Thea. We'll see. Anyway, it's about 10 o'clock. I'm sitting in a cold hallway. Mark's been watching Day of the Triffids on the telly with headphones on because I'm not really interested in watching that. And I'm going to stop doing this and go back and put the dishwasher on. That's exciting, isn't it? Anyway, you won't get this till tomorrow. I think I'll schedule it for tomorrow, but this is Saturday evening. But I'll schedule this to come out tomorrow sometime. So I'm not going to say have a good evening because it won't be. Have a good Sunday.